Johannesburg's emergency medical services is on high alert following the torrential hailstorm that struck the city yesterday, with warnings of more of the same to come. We're now joined on the line by EMS spokesperson Robert Mulaudzi for an update. Robert, some of the footage coming out yesterday from those thunderstorms, but particularly here in Gauteng, were absolutely devastating. Any news from overnight? Perhaps you can update us on what actually were the consequences of those heavy downpours.
Good morning, Leanne, and morning to the viewers. Yeah, so far we have not yet recorded any major incidents which were reported overnight and also this morning. We're still having our monitoring teams, most especially in our low-lying areas, which will be our informal settlements, since we know that when we have severe thunderstorms like the ones we're having now, our residents in our settlements will be the hardest hit. So we're happy to report that so far we have not yet recorded any major incidents. However, in most of our river streams, which is Klip Valley, which is the stream which is cutting across around Soweto and surrounding areas, and also Jackskei, we have not yet, we have seen that the water levels are much more higher. So we have got our monitoring teams in those areas monitoring to ensure that if we have to move residents in those areas, we can be able to alert them to do so. But so far, so good. We are still pleading with our residents in those areas to avoid crossing river streams as and when they're conducting their daily activities, because normally when they conduct their daily activities, they normally cross river streams, which might be a risk for them. They might be swept away while they're trying to cross those areas. So, and also our motorists to continue to, exercise caution, try and avoid crossing maybe roads or low-lying bridges which might be flooded.
So, Robert, obviously for today, unfortunately, there has been another warning from the South African Weather Service, a level 2 for thunderstorms, hail, damaging winds, heavy downpours. This is something that obviously is right there on your scope. And well, actually, that warning was last night. I'm not sure if it's the same for today. We'll get an update from Joel now. Perhaps you know, but I imagine emergency services on standby for any eventualities.
Yes, we got another warning for this morning,
okay,
which is for Friday. We are told we're still going to receive a lot of rainfall, which might come with some small hail damage and also strong winds, of which it might still cause flash floods. So we've activated our disaster management center. We've got our monitoring teams in all 7 regions of the city, and also our specialized team, which is our aquatic rescue unit, which is a specialized team which responds to water-related emergencies. It's also on high alert. So from our side, we should be able to respond to all, water-related emergencies which might be reported in the city of Johannesburg. So we're encouraging our residents to call our emergency management services command and control center, which is 011 375 5911 for any life-threatening emergencies.
Robert, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for the update. So, yeah, heed that call. Another warning has been issued for Gauteng and the city of Johannesburg. Emergency Services Management certainly on high alert, as Robert Mulaudzi has just explained to us.